back to Beyond the Plate RVA. I'm your host, Rebecca Pierce, and I'm so excited to be back with you with another fantastic episode. Today, we are bringing another fabulous Richmond chef. I am so excited to bring to you Chef Lenie. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So nice to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you here. You guys, I met Chef Lenie at another event here in Richmond at the Queen Bee Tea, right? Queen Bee Richmond Tea. Shout out to Heather Van Cleef. Yay!
Hey.
And you were preparing their meal for the night for a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And you made this, she made all kinds of stuff, but the one that impressed me the most was this thing you made on a piece of crostini.
Yeah.
It was a lamb.
It was a fire roasted lamb that I like sliced, and we had radishes on there, and
it was
I think we did a balsamic deglaze as well, which
did,
we'll be doing today.
Yes,
it's my new favorite thing.
I totally asked her to come and be a chef guest on our show, and today we're making.
What aren't we making? So we're gonna start off with typically it's a roasted, but I'm doing a boiled beet salad with raw fennel. A little bit of balsamic reduction, and a whipped honey ricotta.
We're getting fancy today on the
so
show.
This is gonna be like a date night kind of meal.
Yes,
you know, if you're really like me, I'm single, so you know sometimes I really like to pull out all the stuff.
Romantic stuff. I like that.
Yeah, you know, so we're gonna start off with that, and then we'll move on to a really simple chicken thigh marinade. It's gonna be a red wine marinade, so we are drinking a little red wine today. Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Prost, as my mother would say.
Yes.
So we'll do a chicken red wine marinade and then place it on top of a lemon kale.
Oh, okay. Let's get started. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome. First of all, I have a confession to make. I've never eaten fennel.
Oh, it tastes very similar to licorice. It's what
Which I hate.
Licorice. Well, okay. So I actually don't like. I'm gonna turn these guys on.
Yes.
I actually don't like licorice either. We're gonna.
Oh,
we're figuring it out, guys.
Yes, we are. And you know what? While you figure that out,
there we go.
We got to give a shout out to Chef Michelle of Mama Michelle's Cafe. She's letting us use her space today.
We are so thankful.
So Michelle. I hope we don't burn down your kitchen.
We'll be fine. Shh. Shh.
Okay.
Everything's awesome.
We're excited. Okay, so it tastes like licorice.
So it's like the fresh version of licorice.
Okay.
So it's not got that like really intense licorice-y flavor.
Okay.
But you kind of almost get like the afternote of licorice because it is what licorice is like predominantly made out of. Okay, we're gonna figure this out.
We're good. We're totally good at this. We're good. So as you're prepping that or figuring that out, because you know. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know either. That's a great question. What are we doing? Hey, there we go.
I only had a little bit of wine too before we got started.
All fine.
Okay. All right.
Don't tell anyone our secrets.
Okay, we won't. I'm excited. Okay, so
it's gonna be great.
As you're doing that, so tell me a little bit how you got into cooking, because we've talked. When I met you, I was excited about what you were doing. You're a young, aspiring, upcoming chef here in Richmond. Yeah. So tell me, how did you decide that this was going to be your career of choice?
Yeah, that's sorry, I'm just gonna pour.
That's okay.
So it took me a while. I will be 30 in November.
I remember 30.
I know. So I've bounced around quite a bit, and anyone who knows me well will say I've had as many jobs as one could have being 30. Okay. In the industry, not in the industry, really not in the industry. I've just kind of, done what needed to be done to pay the bills.
Okay, quick interruption. Yes. Why are we putting, is this orange? Are these oranges?
Yes, these are orange wedges, and what we're doing with them is we are going to burn them a little bit.
Burn oranges?
Burn oranges. Yes, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna burn them, and that will, when we press them down and get their liquid, the liquid will be orange juice, but it'll have a smoky texture to it, and we'll use that in our chicken marinade.
How many oranges would you say that is?
That's just one. One large orange.
One large orange?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I have never seen that.
Yeah. A good friend of mine, so I'm currently working at a shop called Leek and Thistle. I love it.
Shout out to everybody.
Yes. It's great, but I was actually talking to them about this upcoming thing, and I was like, I really want to do a wine marinade chicken. Because I love wine and I love chicken, and it's just kind of fun and easy, but I was like, but I want something similar to like a bourbon. When you think bourbon, you think oranges, you think smoky, you think all those things. And I wanted something that was going to be fall-y, you know, because as we are entering into the fall season, I was like, let's do something with a smoky, warm vibe. How would I accomplish that? And she was like, well, why don't you, she actually suggested oven roasting the oranges to get them blackened.
It's so funny because when I think oranges, I never think like
yeah, I know,
on a grill or on a pan. At all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So just get them black enough to where they're like, you know, you're searing them. You're searing your oranges.
Searing oranges, okay.
Yeah,
I like
so
that.
That's what we're doing right now. We're getting the marinade ready.
Okay.
And
I forgot to ask, what was this that you poured in there?
this is balsamic vinegar.
And that's what it smells.
It's once it gets to a full boil, it'll evaporate all the liquid in there, and it'll turn into a syrup.
Oh, and you used, how much of it did you use? Like
so
the whole bottle?
Almost the whole bottle. It'll really condense down.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, this is fine.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So you're going to sear it for a few minutes and get the juices out.
Yeah.
So this has been part of your journey through food, learning from other chefs that you've encountered.
Learning from other chefs, learning from my grandmothers. Both of my grandmothers, I would say, are kind of the inspiration behind my love for cooking. I had one grandmother who was German, very German, and I love it because she was like, nothing was a recipe. It was
nothing's
taste
a recipe.
it,
Oh,
you know, just add a little bit of this, add a little bit of that, do a little bit of this, and she would just have me in the kitchen all the time, cooking with her. And so, not that I know a lot of German dishes these days, but she just taught me a passion for cooking.
The love of food, I like that.
And then my other grandmother, same thing. The funny thing though, was she was the exact opposite. She was like, I mean, if she could have had a measuring spoon for a pinch, that woman would have.
They actually do have measuring spoons.
They
now
do.
for a pinch.
I know. We found one after she passed away, and we're like, oh, Nana would have loved this.
She totally would have. That is so cool.
But I grew up in her kitchen as well, just you know, learning life values from her, learning cooking lessons from her. So cooking for me is like home.
I love that. Every chef we've had on here, that's been one of the things I've heard from all of them, and I've wanted to know is that food is love.
It really is.
And so when you're preparing a dish for someone, you're putting in all your love.
It is. And for me, like, I don't know, food has become so much more than just food. My grandparents were immigrants from Germany. They came over after World War II on the boat. And we grew up in this environment that they created where everybody was welcome.
Oh,
and there was always food on the table.
And wine.
And most of the time wine. But like everybody was welcome. And we welcome you through food. And so for me, food is an extension of hospitality. It's not just something that we eat, but it's an expression of our time and our energy and our care for you. We give you a meal.
I can't wait to eat now. Now I'm excited.
Yeah, so it's really
How long do we keep those in the pan?
Till they're black.
Wow.
We want them burnt.
Burnt.
We want them black.
Wow.
Because what you're gonna do is you'll press them down and get the juice, and you want that smoky kind of flavor. So these guys are gonna stay on there for a little bit. I'm gonna just chop some things while those are on.
So what is this we're chopping?
So this is garlic. I did about 3 cloves. Anyone who knows me will tell you I love my garlic.
Oh, there's a lot of people that
love my garlic.
Yes.
It is. I have a friend. We used to do Friday night dinners. Her husband would be out of, not really out of town, but he'd be like on his work.
Oh yeah, I would eat
and
good when the daddy's gone.
she'd be like, look, you come over, you cook for me, I'll pay for the ingredients, and you just cook whatever you want. I was like, careful what you ask for.
I love that.
So, but she used to always gawk at the amount of garlic I use. I was like, I love garlic.
I love that. So, but what did you put in it?
So this is garlic and a little bit of fresh rosemary from my mom's garden.
Okay. Oh, so your mother has a garden? You like to do a lot of fresh vegetables?
She has a little herb garden, so we have fresh basil and fresh rosemary predominantly right now.
I love that.
But yeah, my whole thing is like, if you can get fresh herbs, that's the best.
That's like what every chef's been saying. And that's wonderful.
If you don't have access to it, what I recommend is doing dried herbs, but double the amount you would do of fresh.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Because the dry don't have the intensity
of
that
the
fresh do.
Right. Okay.
So you're gonna want to double that up.
Okay, so if you can't get fresh, then double up the dry.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
So this is my chicken. These are chicken thighs.
Okay. Can you use chicken breast? And
You can
why did you choose thighs?
So I like thighs because I feel like they cook faster and they're always more tender.
Okay.
So there's less room for error.
Okay, so you put it in a bag.
And this recipe is like stupid easy. Stupid easy.
For those of us who can't cook.
Stupid easy.
We could do it too.
Yeah,
okay.
honestly, and the more time you have to marinate, the better. So like if you want to do this overnight,
you can do it overnight.
You can do it overnight. And I would recommend, if this is for date night, if you're thinking, man, I have a guy over that I am like, want to pull out all the stops for, I want to impress them. Even if it's just like, hey, I've been married for a bit, and I want to impress my spouse with something new and interesting. You do this overnight, and basically all it gets is chicken thighs. I've gone ahead and just cut off a little bit of the extra fat.
Right.
Just so that you're not chewing on a ton of fat.
Right.
So cut off a little fat. I always like to wash my chicken because you never know what gunk it's sitting in.
I was going to ask that too. Some people don't wash off their meat, but you do.
I didn't grow up washing it off, but
really?
I know. But I like to now just because you never know what kind of
where the food is coming from.
Where it's coming
Say
from.
no more.
What gunk it's sitting in. All of that fun stuff.
We're gonna turn up the stove a little higher.
We're gonna try to figure this stove out. That's what we're gonna do.
Isn't this the plus button?
Yeah, you would think so.
Okay, we're working it out.
It's fine. It's all fine. There's heat coming off of it.
But you want it a little bit higher.
I don't want it to take all day.
Oh, no, we definitely don't want that.
Because it's not supposed to take all day.
Okay, so these should be burning. I'm not even going to touch that because I'm scared.
It's fine.
Well, this is cooking
smoking.
smoothly.
It's hot. But it's not hot enough where I'm
You're definitely
really,
a chef because you put your hand in the hot.
I have no feelings in my fingers anymore. My poor mother. I started, like I said earlier, I'm currently working at Leek and Thistle full time. And when I started my job there, my mom knew I was going to be cooking a lot and dealing with large ovens and large spaces.
Oh my goodness.
And she just was like, I'm praying for you because I am accident prone by a lot.
I love that, the prayers of a mother.
Yeah, really. So this is just a little bit of red pepper flakes. I like to add a little bit of heat to my chicken.
So you don't measure either. You're like, don't nobody use measuring.
Nah.
I'm terrible.
Nah. So here's my thing. Cooking to me involves all of the five senses.
Yes,
Taste,
that's true.
touch, smell. I'm missing another one, but all of them. Sight. Thank you. Obviously. Obviously.
Okay.
That's the most important. So to me, it's kind of like, smell it. Your nose should be a really good measuring spoon for you.
You're right about that because both my children, before they'll eat anything, they'll smell it. It makes me mad.
Yeah. So I'll smell and be like, oh yeah, that's enough garlic. Yeah, I added enough. Yeah, and as things are boiling and cooking, you should be able to smell.
Because right now all I smell are these oranges and the balsamic vinegar.
So that balsamic vinegar, that is the one thing I would suggest. If you are doing this for date night, I would suggest doing the marinade ahead of time. That way it really infuses into the thighs. And doing your balsamic vinegar over the day before or several hours before.
But it smells good to me, actually. I like the smell.
Once you get to the full boil, where it's really going, your kitchen is not going to smell like anything but balsamic vinegar.
Oh, we're going to be running. Like fish. Fish can smell your kitchen.
Oh, I was like, fish does not smell like balsamic vinegar. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
When you're cooking fish, sometimes it'll stay in your home.
Yes.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I'm tracking with you now.
Okay, what's that?
So this is cardamom.
Ooh, cardamom.
Cardamom. It adds a little bit of sweetness to the chicken.
Ooh, that looked like a tablespoon, half a tablespoon.
Sure.
She said sure, just dumped it in there. And she's putting in more.
You just smell
like your grandmother's taught you, take.
You just eyeball it.
I like that.
And then you do that. I'm going to add a little bit of wine.
Ooh, we're doing, and this is red wine.
Red wine. I like to cook with a Cab Sauv, just because I like the flavor.
Wait, for the people who don't know what a Cab Sauv is.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Cab Sauv.
Yeah, so will any bottle do?
Oh, yeah. And honestly, if you're doing marinating, cheaper the better. You don't have to get a fancy
wine.
bottle. Now,
okay.
me personally, I like to drink what I'm marinating my chicken with.
And that's why we're drinking this wine.
So we're drinking some Cab.
Okay, people.
Today.
You know I don't drink often on camera. I'm already feeling it.
So we've gone ahead and put our Cab in. We're just gonna let that marinate. I'm waiting on my oranges to go ahead and get really dark and burnt and crispy, and then we'll go ahead and press those and add them in.
Okay. So when you say burnt, I mean you literally the skin
Black.
too?
Black.
Wow.
No, I mean like just.
Oh,
so
that
like,
part. Okay.
Yeah, right here. You can see it's getting like that nice brown coloring. I want that black.
Oh, okay.
I want it charred.
Okay.
Oh,
and I smell it. Ooh,
yeah.
This is now bubbling too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna put that off to the side.
Right.
I like to do that first thing because it needs the longest to sit.
To marinate.
And you want to get that like at least 30 minutes of marinate time.
Okay.
Overnight is preferred.
Okay.
But I figured it'd be kind of fun to show you guys
I like
how to do
it.
it.
I'm
so
ready.
I didn't overnight it.
I'm ready. Okay. What's
So
next?
now we're gonna chop fennel.
Fennel.
Which
Like fennel.
Fennel. Yes. So fennel is what licorice is made out of.
Right.
If you
Does
smell
really
it,
good? Oh.
yeah,
That actually smells pretty good.
exactly. It's got a very sweet, almost a little bit of a spicy kind of vibe to it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this fresh. We're just gonna like thin julienne it.
Okay, so you, because I've never even bought a fennel.
Yeah.
So you use the
So you
white
use
part.
the bulb,
The bulb,
because
okay.
I've been told, I don't know if this is actuality, that this part is actually not safe to eat.
Really? Okay, well.
That is
See,
what
I would
I've
have
been
killed the
told.
whole family.
I
Kill
don't. I
everybody.
see now. Like, watch my chef who I work under is gonna watch it and be like, actually, you won't die.
That's all right. Okay, you'll just have a little bit of an upset stomach.
Right.
So
It's
I don't
not
want to do
the
that.
best for you.
Okay.
So I've been told. So we're just gonna move that, and we're just gonna.
She said Julian.
Julian. So that's when you just do thin strips.
That's a beast of a knife.
It's an 8-inch chef's knife.
An 8-inch chef. Okay, if we don't have an 8-inch chef knife in our house,
Yeah.
we could just use a regular knife.
This is like typically what you would have if you buy like a knife set.
You would have that?
You typically would have a 6 to 8-inch knife.
Okay, I'm poor. I don't have that knife at all, but that's all right. So how much of the fennel are you cutting up?
I'll probably cut just a little bit because it's gonna go fresh into that salad.
Oh, okay.
So you don't need like
The whole thing?
an excessive amount, no.
Okay. How often do you cook with this? Is this a vegetable or a fruit? What is it considered?
It's a root vegetable.
Okay, don't look at me like I'm crazy because I still did not know that. All right, it's a root vegetable.
Right, because
Okay.
so this is the fennel bulb.
Okay.
That's gonna be in the ground, if I'm remembering correctly. My plant anatomy. And then this is obviously
Okay.
like
The
what
root,
shoots up.
Yeah. The
Well,
top
not the
of it.
root.
Not the top of it.
But the
What
top
it's
of it,
called.
yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 of the leaves. I'll call them leaves or pieces
So I
of the
just
bulbs.
split this in half.
Right.
This is the outer bulb. But I mean, it depends on like how much you want, how many people you're feeding, all that fun stuff.
Okay, but this is for 2, so we probably only
Yeah.
want to just use 2.
We're just gonna use a little bit.
Ooh, we're getting our romance on today on Beyond the Plate RVA. I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
so your grandmothers were an inspiration
Yeah.
for you on your cooking, and then you decided to. Did you go to cooking school, or you
No.
decided to learn the old-fashioned way?
No, I just so my so that's
There we go.
That's what we want.
That's
very black.
Okay.
And I like to get all sides. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll come back to that question momentarily.
No, flip them over, and definitely a chef because she's not using a pot holder. What is with these chefs that are not using pot holders?
Because you do enough of this and you literally lose the feeling in your finger.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, like I've burnt myself so many times that your finger's desensitized to heat.
Okay, see, that's why I bake.
You don't. I mean, like I have scars all over the place.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
All right, so you decided to learn the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I just kind of, it was always what we did. Growing up, I'm the oldest of 5 siblings.
Wow.
And my dad has his own business, and we just, during the winter months, we didn't have a ton of money. And so we would do what we would call once through the fridge.
Once through the fridge. I like
Once
that.
through
Okay.
the fridge. And it was basically, you make a meal
Uh-huh.
out of whatever's in the fridge.
Refrigerator. Oh.
And you don't purchase anything, it's just once through the
Right.
fridge. And it really was fun because it
And creative.
it kind of forced me to be like, okay, well, this is what I have.
Oh man.
how do we make this work? And how do I feed 7 people out of this?
Okay.
So that's kind of where I got started. My grandmother is that, and I just kind of, I don't know, cooking for me has always been like comfort. It's been the way that I de-stress.
Right. That's why I bake.
Yes. Yeah. So for me, it's just like, maybe not so much now because I do it full time.
True.
But back in the day, if I was really stressed out, I would come into my kitchen. I would cook a good beef stew. I would experiment, and it felt like a way of connecting to my grandmothers who have both passed.
Right.
Connecting to my parents who, when I didn't live at their house, it was a nice way to kind of like get back in touch with my roots.
Okay. It works for me.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
So that's the equivalent of me telling my kids when they ask me what's for dinner on a Friday night, whatever you find in that refrigerator.
Exactly. And it's great. It's great. It's awesome.
I love that. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pause momentarily and just kind of figure out. Okay.
I love it. She has her notes too. I love that. I love when chefs have their stuff in front of them because it shows us that not everybody's perfect, and we're all learning. This is a learning experience.
Well, look, if you get me talking and I'm trying to cook while I talk, I'm gonna be like,
not gonna work.
Where am I? I don't know where I'm
like
at.
That. Okay, so what is this?
So this is a bowl.
Not the bowl.
Sorry.
It looks like basil.
I couldn't help myself.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's basil from my mom's garden.
I like that.
This is a bowl.
This is a bowl.
We're gonna do the honey whipped ricotta. Sorry, don't mind me.
Ooh, the honey. Say it again. It's a honey.
Honey whipped ricotta.
Honey whipped ricotta. Why does it just sound so fancy and so beautiful?
But see, here's the best thing about fancy meals. There's a simplicity to them. So not everything that you do that you make look fancy
is fancy.
Sometimes it's just really good flavors.
So this is really going to impress.
Exactly. It's maximum output with minimal effort.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Maximum output with minimal effort.
I love that.
It's great. Especially if you do it the day before.
Oh, that is
because
so cool.
this also can be done ahead of time.
The day before, okay.
Yeah, just shove it in the fridge.
Oh my gosh, and then you could just act like you spent like all night slaving.
Yes, and then you go and you get to do the dishes.
Oh my God, but this is a perfect guilt trip though. I love it.
It's
okay,
great.
so
it's
once
great.
again, there's no measuring.
No,
we're just dumping
dump it in.
the ricotta cheese. I love that. Oh my goodness. Why? Well, you know what's so funny? When I hear ricotta cheese, I think Italian dishes, but no.
No.
It can go in.
It can go in anything.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any old thing. Sorry.
And what inspired you with that particular dish?
So this guy, I actually was cooking for the same lady who did the whole Friday night dinner thing, and I found one of my favorite online recipe sources is a site called epicurious.com.
And I have been to that site.
Oh my God.
Shout out
amazing.
to Epicurious. If you'd like to sponsor Beyond the Plate RVA, I will not be mad.
Right. And their recipes are always sophisticated
but
simple.
Yes.
And they're like, I've never had a recipe there that I've hated.
Yes.
So to me, it's kind of like, I'm just pouring in a little bit of honey here.
Okay, wait. Honey, you can't say just a little bit of honey. What is that like?
This is honey. No, so this is fancier than I normally have it at home, guys.
But honey,
but I had this at home, and I wasn't
like
gonna buy more honey just for you.
So,
I mean, I like you, but you're not that special.
Okay, no, I'm not.
No,
because honey is expensive.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So like whatever honey you have at home, you can use. I just happen to have this because I do cheese boards from time to time.
Yes, I remember your cheese board.
Cheese boards,
that
I
was
go
a good
fancy.
Cheese board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so
spent
about
way too much money on that.
What? A third? No, fourth cup, or?
It's maybe like
two
a tablespoon.
Tablespoon. Okay.
And a half, 2 tablespoons.
I like that.
However sweet you want your honey.
I like my honey sweet.
I mean, it's just gonna zhuzh up your ricotta a little bit.
Okay.
And then because salt is amazing and it kind of just heightens the flavors.
Wait, is that kosher salt or regular?
Kosher.
Okay,
yeah,
kosher salt.
I don't cook with regular salt.
Oh, I've heard that too.
No, it's just like it's a waste.
Well, kosher salt. I mean, it's actually. I have several recipes that I use kosher salt in it.
Yeah.
It's actually very good.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it pops your recipe. Oh my goodness. So you just did like a little half a teaspoon probably of that.
Just sprinkle.
Little sprinkle.
Okay.
And what else are we still in there?
That's pretty much it.
Really?
Just honey,
salt,
ricotta,
and
we're gonna whip it.
Okay.
Whip it real good.
I was getting ready to say that. For those of you who grew up in the 80s, whip it real good. Oh, we have a blender.
We have a blender.
I was wondering what you were doing. I'm like, is she gonna whip that with that little bitty?
I was like, that's adorable. No.
Okay.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
This is the.
Let's
see if that will work.
Let's
And she's bending down to plug in her blender.
And I'm back again.
And we pray
Did
that
you
it
miss
works.
me? It'll be fine.
Okay, so you only have the one because that's the whippy.
Yeah, I could have brought two, but I didn't feel like stealing two from my mom.
Oh, don't do that. Okay. So we're gonna whip. Ooh. And we're whipping me.
You know,
That's what happens in the kitchen again.
if you're not prepared to get messy, don't come.
Don't. It's the same thing with baking.
Yeah.
I like that.
So you're just wanna.
Ooh.
Yeah. It just gives it like a nice texture.
How long do you mix it for? Until it's all
Just
fully
until
blended?
it's smooth.
It's it shouldn't look curdled or crinkly, just real smooth?
Just smooth. I mean, like, it'll look a little, it'll have some chunks, but like,
Okay.
you'll just notice there's like a smoothness. Can you smell that?
Yes, I
balsamic?
can. I can totally smell that.
Yeah, it's making my eyes water.
These are different smells that are like really exciting and interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
So it'll get, I mean, like, here, feel it. It'll feel different than like when you first start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it
It's
just
nice.
get that nice smooth quality.
I like
that.
that. I like that.
All right, we're gonna turn that off. Let that go.
Ooh. So about how much would you say this costs for a date night? Just
35, 40
Oh, that's pretty good. Per
It's
person
not-
or total?
total.
Oh.
It's not bad.
I'm a cheap date.
It depends on like how much is your honey, how much
Right.
did you spend on chicken thighs,
Right.
how many people are you feeding?
I like that.
You know, all
Well, this
that fun
feeds
stuff.
two.
2 people. I
So-
bought way more than what's needed to cook. For
That's
2
okay.
people
We have to feed the
because
crew.
I figured I'd bring stuff for other people as well.
Aw. See, you're living your grandmother's
I really
attitudes,
do.
right? I love
Yeah.
that.
So while we're doing this,
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead
Ooh,
and
we're prepping
start
already.
plating.
I like that. We're
Because why
plating.
not? So,
Yeah.
pardon me.
Once again, we want to thank my lovely friend Gwen for donating this china to us.
you.
And thank you to the person that gave it to her to give to me. I love it. Okay, oh, what is this pre-prep stuff here? We have
So those are gonna be orange slices.
orange slices.
Or wedges, really.
Okay.
I'm pulling out my gloves because
Beets are staining.
messy.
Yes.
Sometimes with this recipe, if you really want to get super fancy with it, you can do golden beets and red beets.
What the heck are golden beet? What?
Golden beets are just like they're similar to like the color of oranges.
Never knew that.
Yeah, so beets come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors.
Can I also confess that I don't like beets, and this is going to be a first.
All right.
That I'm
Well, so
eating beets.
these beets have been boiled in a little bit of
Boiled.
salt
Okay.
and a little bit of vinegar, red
So-
wine vinegar.
Pre-done. All right.
Pre-done. Because, you know, I figured it'd be easier to just do them at my house
I
than to
like
do
that.
them here.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh.
So we're
okay.
just gonna do a handful of beets that
That's
I've
a
kind
lot
of
beets.
cubed.
Oh my God,
Well, it's
I'm
a
gonna
beet
eat beets
salad.
on camera.
Beet salad. Come
I'm
on.
trying. This is good for me too because not only am I bringing, trying to bring new chefs and,
Yeah.
and food ideas, but I'm even trying stuff that I've never
That's
tried
awesome.
before. That's out of
Well,
my comfort zone.
Look, beets get a bad rap.
They do, for good reason.
They're,
but-
this is the
I
thing.
know, done
I think
right,
if
yeah.
done right, they're
It'll be
really
delicious.
amazing.
Okay.
And we do these with fresh oranges.
And it smells so good again in here. I cannot tell y'all how good it
Yeah.
smells in here. All right. Well, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. That's
Oh.
just put a
Is this also a way
few
to
on
trick
them.
children into perhaps eating more vegetables?
Sure, why not? If you want to go to all this effort
Well-
for kids, that's fine.
Maybe not, but still. Put it on a regular kiddie plate.
Right.
You never know. Okay. Well, that's pretty.
So we're just gonna do.
How many beets did you? I don't even know
This
how to
is-
buy beets.
This
like,
is 3 beets. So beets can be done. You can buy beets a couple different ways at your local store. You can buy them just plain, or you can buy them where their greens are not. They don't have any greens, so you can buy them without the greens. Or you can buy them as like a stock bundle, which
Okay.
normally comes with 3 or 4. They're
seen
typically
that.
smaller, and the greens are actually amazing if you want to like saute them with a little
Okay.
bit of salt and pepper. They're really good. You put them in salad, really healthy.
I don't cook, so I don't know if that's gonna work for me, but
Yeah, they're
but I like it.
they're great.
I like the idea.
They're really great. So that's pretty much done. I'm just
I'm
waiting
kidding.
on our.
I do cook, just not this fancy.
I
Okay.
have I've recently confided in my sister because I have a business. I've kind of stepped away
Yes.
from it for a minute.
Well, can you tell us about this
Yes.
business?
So it's called Lenie Cooks.
Lanie cooks. I
which-
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I am Lenie and I cook.
Pretty much.
Obviously. So super complicated right there. So, yeah, it's been kind of an off and on thing that I've been doing, but I am in the revamping stage of the business.
So you do catering?
Yeah, I can do.
Okay.
At this point, I'm kind of getting ready to shift gears to doing ticketed dinners, actually.
Oh, I like that.
So where we do stuff like this, and you come,
oh, we are
and
the
I
test
serve you.
dummy. I love that.
Yes,
Okay, this is
yes.
good.
So I'm actually possibly going to be doing a dinner, my first dinner.
That has reduced down.
Yep, it reduces down quite a bit.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Today was probably not a good day to wear white.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You can do it.
I'm kidding. All right, so we're going to put the fennel on. Okay, this is definitely different.
Kind of sprinkled on there.
Okay.
You can saute it. Typically, in the recipe that I originally used, this actually they're all roasted. It all gets roasted. But I kind of like a little bit of the fresh because you don't take as many nutrients out of the food when you cook fresh.
So do you like to go to farmers markets?
I haven't done as many as I would like to do.
To get fresh vegetables and stuff. Your mother has the herb garden.
Yeah, wherever I can get them, I get them. So if I go to the supermarket, so there's this really awesome supermarket that I love that I've been going to recently.
Another sponsor coming up.
Yep, this guy's done. It's called New Grand Mart. It's right on Midlothian by the RVAs.
Here in Richmond.
It's great. But they sell a lot of international foods.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Love it.
A lot of international veggies, a lot of eucalyptus leaves, fresh eucalyptus leaves, which I'm like, I don't know how to cook with this, but I would really love to figure that out.
Right.
So I'm gonna actually take this off the heat.
Okay.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna
experiment. Do it from here. Look at that. Oh my God.
What you call
she's a genius.
Fingers.
Ooh, look at that.
So we're just gonna this is just gonna get our orange juice out that we're gonna put into our marinade.
How many, well, it probably doesn't matter how many cups.
No, this is literally just one orange that I've cubed. I'm just gonna put it right in there.
That is cool.
Yep, a little smoky.
Ooh, and we're gonna use that pan again, or we're good with that?
Yeah, we'll probably use that again for our chicken.
Ooh,
so smell that for me. Can you smell that smoky?
I smell orange. That smells good.
Old-fashioned flavor. We were talking about old fashions earlier.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's very different.
So think Christmassy, spiced. You think of spice.
Because that kind of looks like plum.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's got we're doing a little Christmassy spice action.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that just
I can get with that.
Yeah, that just sits for as long as you want it to sit. We'll just chill out with that.
Oh, chill out with you,
Chill out.
Dad. Please don't throw that at anybody.
God, no.
Those of you at home cooking, somebody makes you mad, don't throw it at
Not that bad.
I love that.
That only happens occasionally in the
Okay,
world.
occasionally. Okay.
All right, so
now what are we doing?
What else? Yeah, that's a great question. I was about to ask myself the same thing.
Ooh, this is really
I'm waiting for that. Yeah, I'm waiting for that to kind of
Ooh, that is nice.
cool down. So with the balsamic reduction, when you see all these bubbles happening and you see it kind of getting that foamy texture, that's pretty much what you want. You're gonna take it off the heat and it'll cool down. And once it cools down, it'll get into this syrupy state. Because right now there's still a good bit of liquid, but you see the pan right there, how syrupy that is.
Show our camera, let's see if we can get that in there.
So when you kind of push your liquid down, you see there's a coating on that pan, and that's kind of when you know
what you're looking for.
That's kind of done.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna put that right there because I don't really feel like turning these guys off.
No, this one automatically did it anyway.
Oh, well, look at that. Love that for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this guy in because I forgot him, and we don't want to leave anybody out.
No, we don't.
No soldier left behind.
But that is so cool.
Yeah. Oh, they smell so good. Yeah. So also, we're talking fancy dishes. We're talking impressive. So if you'll notice, we've got orange in our chicken and orange in our app.
Yes.
So a lot of chefs, what they'll do is if they're coursing a meal, which coursing means to you do your appetizer, you do your entree, you do your dessert, you have different courses.
Right.
They'll do tie-ins.
Okay.
And so basically what that
orange is tying
is it's like if you write, if you're a writer, which I
I'm
love
a writer.
writing.
Hello.
So my writing teacher would always tell us, You take the last sentence of the paragraph, and you put something from that last sentence into the first sentence of the next paragraph, so that there's an easy transition. So we're doing that with our food as well. We've got oranges in our appetizer, and we've got oranges hinting, a hint of orange, because you don't want to be super obvious. You want to be subtle with it.
Okay.
So you're going to do a hint of orange with your chicken to kind of tie it in.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I love your connection to writing because I am a writer.
I love
So I totally got what you just said.
Yeah, I love it. It's
I like
great.
it.
So
okay.
we're gonna, can I put these
Sure.
over by you?
Yes.
I'm gonna hand those to you. We're
fancy
just gonna,
salads over here.
And I'm going to put this as well over
right
there.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We're going to clean this guy off.
Ooh.
We're transitioning.
I like that. Okay, so what are your future? So you talked about you're revamping your business.
Yeah.
What else are you hoping to do with it, to take it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I have no idea.
Okay, hey,
We'll see where it takes us. You know, at this point, I feel very privileged to kind of find what I love to do and be able to do a business out of it, because for the longest time, I didn't think that was going to be a possibility.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't able to find a niche.
Okay.
And cooking, to me, I never thought of it as a business. I always thought of it, I know.
That's interesting.
Well, because I worked in the restaurant industry for so long.
Right.
And I hated it. It was so toxic. There's a lot of things about the restaurant industry that I don't like.
Right.
With just kind of the mental state that I've watched a lot of cooks and a lot of chefs get into.
Right. It's a hard industry.
Yeah, it's a very, very hard industry. Thank you for turning off. Sorry, I'm listening to that cook. I'm like, so yeah, it's a very hard industry. So
We'll just drop it right there. There you go.
that's okay.
Love that.
Yeah, there's actually on the other side of this, I set it down on a burner, and so there's now a burn science thing on there. It's great.
We're learning.
It's become my new charcuterie board, so it's got like a little burn pattern, and I kind of love it even more.
Okay, works for me.
But yeah, so there were a lot of things that I recognized that just were super unhealthy in the restaurant industry, and so for me personally, I was like, I don't ever want to go there.
Right.
I don't like the workaholicism that I see in the restaurant industry.
Lot,
I want to have a family. I'm not married. I'm single currently.
She's single. Did y'all hear that?
Yes, I think single and running a mingle. If you can handle a crazy German family, that will be invasive.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Slightly invasive, not like,
not all the way.
We're not Italian.
Oh, no slight to the Italian families out there.
I love them. They're great. But
okay, so you've had to rethink it.
So yeah, so I've kind of rethought it and kind of landed on doing it outside of the restaurant industry.
Okay.
Doing food.
Right.
But not doing restaurant.
Okay, whatever works for you.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
We're here to inspire. We're here to inspire and to look at new opportunities and new dishes that we've never tried before, like what I'm getting ready to try right now.
So do you see how thick this is? Look how thick that's got.
That is thick. And now what do we do with it?
So.
I'm excited to see what we do with it, actually.
I'm gonna take a spoon. Normally I would do. I said a spoon. I meant a fork.
It's okay. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna scoot you.
Oh, scoot me.
So we're gonna do a little dab of that.
A little dab will do you.
Maybe even a little bit more.
Ooh.
Who doesn't love cheese?
This is true.
And cream and all of that fun stuff. See, I'm not uber healthy. I like health, but not to the point where we sacrifice taste.
Oh no, never sacrifice taste.
So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna come back, and I'm gonna just, because this is thick enough, we're gonna just drizzle.
Ooh, how cute.
Just drizzle a little bit.
I like that.
We're improvising again. Normally I would use a spoon, but I did not.
Forgot to bring the spoon.
So, but it works. It works. You know, as a chef, you constantly find yourself improvising.
That's a good skill to have, though.
So it's a once through the fridge kind of mentality.
There you go. Bam. I like that. Ooh, let's show the camera. I'm excited. This is pretty. Look at that, everybody. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? This just looks too pretty to eat, though.
I know,
seriously.
right?
This is beautiful.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
So that's done. Do you want to?
Right there.
I'll take the messy fork. You want the normal fork?
I'll take the normal fork.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna try something different.
You try that. I'm gonna work on the rest of our.
Okay, you work on that while I try. Oh, Jesus Lord. Okay.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's all
This is different.
It's all fine.
But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm brave.
You got this.
I
believe in you.
I'm a brave girl. I can do this. Okay. I'm trying to get everything on the plate. On the fork.
Can I, off camera, can I ask you to grab me that bag? I'm sorry, I can't reach it. beets.
That's okay.
So sorry.
Oh, that's different.
Right? How are you feeling about those beets?
They don't taste like what I remember growing up, that's for sure.
And that's the great thing, is a lot of people who said they don't like beets, I'm convinced it's just because of the way beets were prepared.
That's very interesting.
You don't actually hate beets, you just hate the way beets used to be prepared.
I hate the way they're prepared. How about that?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
This is actually pretty good.
Thank you.
This is different.
Yeah. So describe the flavors for me.
So
what
I'm
are you tasting?
The crunchiness, the fennel, crunchy, but like springy. And the ricotta, the ricotta I'm used to have. Forgive me.
You're fine.
I'm not coming for Italians, but I'm used to having ricotta in lasagna.
Yep.
I don't think I've had it outside of that.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of a nice version of cottage cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. Well, ricotta and cottage cheese are very similar.
But
They are.
the fennel really brings it to another level. And then the citrus and the orange, this is what makes it pop. The orange.
Yeah, you gotta. So if you really want to go fancy, you like really want to pull out all the works, get some blood oranges.
I love girl.
Blood oranges are amazing.
We bake with blood oranges. We do a blood orange scone
Oh.
that you would kill for.
Now you're speaking my language.
I love those. Are so sweet. I love those.
Well,
those are
they're
good.
so sweet, and they're because so my mom has this saying. Sorry, I'm gonna bend down and put things away. My mom has this saying that I love, and she goes, "We eat with our eyes."
Yeah.
Which I'm like, it's so true. Food oftentimes isn't just about the taste, it's about the presentation and how does it look. Because I'm not gonna if you put something in front of me that looks like, I'm not gonna wanna eat it.
I got food in my mouth.
Yeah.
Make me laugh.
Like I don't wanna eat that. So we gotta make
That's
make it presentable, make it
I
look
like that.
good.
That's different. I like that.
Yeah. All right. So
I would eat more on camera, but my crew is giving me the look of heifer if you don't share that. so I'm gonna stop. And let's move on. Let's get the chicken popping. Okay.
all right.
What's
So
that?
this is wow. What is this? Yeah.
Greens.
This is greens. This is kale.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the yellow out because sometimes you get little yellow pieces and that means your kale isn't as fresh as you'd like it to be.
But it's still workable.
But it's still workable because what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna saute it.
Okay.
We're gonna saute it down. Similar to our balsamic reduction, what happens with kale is it's gonna go from
Shrink.
a whole lot to
Yeah.
a whole little.
Like collard greens.
Exactly.
Like I don't understand that. Still don't understand that with
Really?
collard greens. But why it shrinks so much?
Because it takes the moisture out.
Okay.
Heat takes moisture out.
Okay.
And that's what we're gonna do. Now, I did not clean this pan all the way.
That's okay.
And well, it is okay because it's got the same
Flavor of the
of the
oranges in it.
chicken.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine.
So
because
that
we're
was
gonna-
oil?
This is olive oil.
Olive oil. Extra
Yeah.
virgin or just regular?
I do regular.
Okay.
So typically you do regular if you're just like searing something or you're using it
Okay.
with heat. That extra virgin if you're doing like a sauce and it's gonna be really like you
Okay.
can taste it.
Okay.
If you're not doing it for taste, then
Don't be
there's no
doing it. I
problem.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we gotta turn this on again.
We
got it.
Sorry, it's just the little things.
Hey, we're trying something new. Bear with us, but it's
Yeah.
working. I love it. Okay.
So this guy's super simple.
Excuse me.
We're
Okay.
just gonna do
That's a lemon.
lemon, which I did not clean my knife. Sorry.
That's okay. We're eating everything.
You know, I'm a messy cook.
I don't care. I'm a messy baker. So.
My chef that I work directly under always is like, oh my gosh,
Clean up behind you."
your station. And I can hear the French chefs that I used to watch all the time at Can. I can hear them being like,
Hollering.
mise en place, mise en place. And I'm like, I don't do that. I'm
I like that.
homegrown, baby.
That's all right. Born and raised, or at least raised in Richmond. This is
Practically
Southern food. This is
born.
cooking in the South. I mean, it's a little bit different,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
gotta get a little messy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I like that. So 1 lemon.
One lemon. That's pretty much it.
Ooh.
If you're
And-
feeling really fancy, you can take the seeds out.
If Ironically, I was gonna ask you too. Like, do we take the seeds out or leave them in there?
You do.
You said if you're really fancy, want to be fancy,
Really
take them out. I
fancy.
love that. Okay. Oh, it smells good though too. And so
Yeah.
we're gonna put our kale in that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that. That's
It's just
interesting.
sauteed kale.
But I've never seen it with lemon.
A little bit of lemon
That is interesting. Okay, and how long does this cook for?
till it cooks down. I don't have a recipe. Come on,
Cook
man.
how you feel. Cook how you feel.
just
Okay,
eyeball that.
I'm there. Okay, we're gonna cook it down. Ooh, we're gonna be eating good today. It shrinks, so it's really not gonna be a lot.
Like, so I fed. I don't like the look of that. Sorry. So I pre-tested this menu last weekend for my grandfather and my mom and my dad because I'm currently living with the three of them. And my grandfather, he's adorable. I love him. He kind of had the same reaction, but a little bit more
dramatic
than you did about the beets because he was like, "So what are we eating?" Got like really excited because he loves foods and he loves sweets and I was like, yeah, so we're doing da-da-da and da-da-da, and we're doing kale, and he legit said, oh, no. I was like,
kale's not bad.
But his thing was the same thing, where he was like, but that's not, the way you cooked it wasn't the way I was raised
to eat it, right.
with it. And that's the thing I say to people all the time, like, give everything a second shot.
Right.
Because oftentimes, it's not being done the same way as you've had a bad experience with it.
True, and that is already shrinking.
It is. It shrinks down quite a bit.
That is amazing.
I do I do quite a bit of salt with this.
Okay, but that's kosher salt, not.
Oh, yeah. Like, don't even bother cooking with the regular salt. It's just, it does nothing.
I have heard that. I mean, again, I've heard a lot, but that seems to be the case. I'm probably gonna now throw away the salt when I get home.
You should. Just buy kosher. Just buy
I like
kosher.
that.
It's better for everyone.
That smells good too.
Yeah.
I like
I'm gonna clean off my fork.
I really want to eat the rest of that, but I can't.
Go for it. I don't care.
No, I gotta save room for my chicken and my kale.
So we're just gonna flip this, and like you see, it's getting like
nice and greener.
Greener.
Ooh.
So I don't like that. If you see stuff that's like looking
take
a
it
little
out.
funky,
Just take it out.
Take it out.
While you're doing it. It's okay.
This is a no-nonsense style of cooking. You know, we're not super fancy here. We're sort of fancy, but like, you know. And it will get, what in the hell?
Well, you know.
What in the heck?
Don't worry.
Mom's going to be coming at me for that one.
That's okay, Mom.
Like, what
Forgive
you
her.
doing?
When you're in the kitchen, sometimes, as I know from baking, you just start going there.
Well, and so my family has invented, because my mom does not like cussing at all.
Oh, neither does mine, but.
And I cuss like a sailor.
Wow.
Because
Show how much that shrank.
Yeah, look at that.
Y'all see that? She put a whole, like.
It shrinks down quite considerably.
And quickly, too.
And some of the brown stuff, honestly, is not bad.
I'm not worried about it. It's going to all
It
get
browns
eaten.
with the lemon a little bit.
Right.
So
your mama doesn't like it when you cuss.
she does not like it when I cuss. So we came up with a new term.
Uh-oh.
Are you cheffing kidding me? So that's our thing now. She's like, are you cheffing kidding me?
I like that.
That's who
I'm gonna
standard
I'll
words.
probably still get in trouble if I use that too, but I'm gonna do it. I like that. That's why I say oh sugar.
Oh sugar. That's great. Yeah.
Got that baking oh sugar.
Oh sugar.
Okay, so we cook it till it's all the way reduced.
Yeah, because I like mine a little,
Done.
just a little done.
That smells really good though again.
Yeah.
Everything smells so good.
So we're gonna start plating.
Oh my gosh, we're plating already. Okay,
This is a super quick meal.
I like that. Okay.
If you can do all your prep stuff ahead of time,
do it.
It's super quick.
Okay.
So we're gonna take that off the heat.
Again, I am so excited about these plates. Okay.
And we're gonna do just a dabble-do-ya of the kale.
Okay.
And a dabble-do-ya. Sorry, I'm reaching.
That's all right. I'm good.
Spread around. No nonsense. And then we're gonna take our chicken.
Yay.
I'm gonna
Chicken
put
time.
gloves on, not because I really care about
No, wear
it,
your gloves.
but chicken's nasty sometimes.
Oh wow. Well, yeah.
It's
If you're not raising them yourself,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
you don't know how
which-
they're being processed.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But safety first, so
So
we want to make
gloves.
sure we.
No gloves. So with the chicken,
Okay.
as I get my kale out, don't mind me, just in a hot pan, it's all fine.
That's all right. It went down low really quickly. That fast.
Hold on. We got this. There we go.
We got it.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So with the chicken thighs, any chicken really, you want to get it on hot. You want your pan to be like you can feel the heat
coming off.
of there.
Okay. Ooh.
And with your thighs, as you can see, there's the nice side and there's the not so nice side. You want to always put your chicken down, nice side down first.
Nice side down
Because
first.
you want to get a good sear on it.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll turn it over at some point.
I've been doing this all wrong.
Well, I mean, to each their own. It's all fine.
But I like that.
We're not gonna complain about it.
No, because we're gonna eat it anyway.
Right.
But nice side down. Okay.
Nice side down.
Ooh, I like that. Smell. That's nice.
I'm gonna do 3 just because
Yes,
we got
that's
extra people in the studio, and so.
And they like to be fed.
Why
That's
not?
part of their job description.
Right.
Eat the food.
Eat the food, man.
I like that. Okay, so
And we're just gonna let it cook, and that's pretty much it. We're done. We're pretty much done at this point.
Why am I thinking I need to put that honey whipped ricotta on top of my chicken? I don't know.
I mean,
it's just me
could,
being crazy.
if you want. I was gonna put some basil on there.
I'll take the basil.
You do you.
The look on her face when I
guess.
said that, she was like, "Ah!"
It just. Well,
I'm kidding.
If you do lemon and ricotta, it curdles.
Ooh,
and so
that
in my
definitely looks
head,
like cottage
that's
cheese.
my face.
Yeah.
It's like I'm thinking lemon mixed with ricotta and
No, I'm not
honey,
gonna
and I'm
do
like.
I am gonna go back, however, to my. I can't believe I'm doing this, you guys. You guys gotta show this to my children. I'm eating beets.
I'm excited. See, this is my favorite part of cooking is turning non-believers into believers.
I'm eating beets and drinking wine.
Miracles do happen, Lord.
Don't make me laugh while I'm drinking my wine.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Don't look at me.
So,
This is a super
where are we gonna see you next?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Okay, well, you know.
Whenever you want to see me, you can see me.
So people can on your social
On
media
my
pages.
social media pages, yeah. That's
bring her out.
I'm really bad at managing them because I come from an anti-social media
Oh my! You're
mother.
gonna have to change that now.
So,
Now you're a superstar.
no, apparently that's what they tell me. Nah, I'm just a simple cook who loves cooking, and you know.
You're not just a simple cook. You're a genius cook.
So
Look at that. So I would say like what? Cook it like
you're gonna need more
5,
time.
yeah,
with
5,
that.
10 minutes on each side, or 10 minutes on each side.
Yeah, enough to like when you feel it, it should feel done. I
Right.
know that's not super
No,
helpful at
no,
all.
it should, but because
Should
you
feel
have
done.
because you have the marinade on it, like we can't see it be brown.
Right.
So that's why
It's
that's
not gonna
important.
get super brown.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
that's why it's important. You said to cook it when it's done.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Yeah,
Make it
feel
bounce.
it. So they do this thing with steak in the restaurants where you take your thigh, this part of
Mm-hmm.
your flesh, and that's like right here would be rare.
Oh.
And then as you move up, it gets
Done, tougher.
tougher.
Ow.
So that's the more you cook with meats, the more
Mm-hmm.
you kind of get to a feel of like, oh, that's definitely not done.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like you can touch it and kind of feel the texture of the
right. Mm-hmm.
meat and kind of feel
Oh
when
my
it's done,
goodness.
when it's not. But if you're nervous, if that's not how you want to do things,
Mm-hmm.
you can always throw in a third slice or a test slice, as I like to call it,
Okay.
and cut into that. That way you're
Oh
not
my
having
goodness.
to plate what you've cut.
Oh my gosh. So what is your most favorite dish that you've made?
The beet salad is one of my favorites, only because I made that a couple years ago, and that was kind of the first time that I had an inkling of like, ooh, I
This
could
could be
actually
something. Yeah.
actually do this professionally because I showed a photo that I had taken to the general manager at Can, and he was like, oh wow, that looks really amazing, and thought that I had gone out to eat and taken a picture of my
Of the
plate.
food, right.
And I was like, oh my gosh,
That's
like
awesome.
biggest A+ for
Right.
me. It was because he's just such a great guy and
Oh
his
my
opinion
gosh.
really mattered. So I was like, yeah, so that I like doing anything with meat, steak, fish.
Okay.
There's if you like blood oranges.
Yes, I do.
And you like fennel, there's a really good salmon dish. That's
And you will be cooking that on the next episode.
yes, for sure. We'll do some salmon. Because fish is not a dish people cook a whole lot, which
It's
makes
true.
me so sad because
Well,
fish is amazing and
We've
so
had
healthy.
some great salmon dishes on here, but we're always looking to, try new and different things because not everybody does
Yeah.
it the same way, right?
No.
So
not at all.
let me ask you: would you like to travel more and to more countries and learn more about the dishes?
Absolutely. That's
Okay.
been on my to-do list. I haven't really had the time. There's been a whole lot of stuff in my life that's been going down, so I kind of have just been in
Okay, the zone.
the zone of like, all right, this is college for me.
I like that.
I'm real life in college, just working away, doing my thing, learning from amazing women. So, but eventually it would be fun to visit Germany and visit Italy and
all the places. German roots.
Yes.
You gotta learn how to do some of those fabulous dishes over there, which you need to bring back and then let us taste.
I know. As is, there's an amazing German restaurant on in downtown Richmond that my chef has been talking about. She's like, oh my gosh, you have to go. So
can't wait for you to go there.
So that's going to be my field trip one of these days.
Oh, okay, well, I love it. So because you've gone through, taking a different route to cooking, becoming a professional cook, what would be your advice to a young girl who might be watching the show, who might, maybe is not necessarily interested in cooking school, but loves to cook?
Just cook. Just cook. Do your passion. Do whatever makes you happy. Be experimental. Okay. I would say one of the things to be fearless with cooking.
Oh, I love. Say that again for the crowd in the back.
Be fearless with cooking.
Be fearless with
because
cooking.
Because really, there are no mistakes.
True.
There really aren't. There's only ways to improve, and
That's
so
correct.
I think with cooking and trying new things, really try to open yourself up. Use all of your senses. Use your nose. Get really comfortable with ooh, that smell plus that smell seems like it would taste really good together. Right. So just expand your horizons. Cook with things that you're uncomfortable cooking with, just to kind of get a sense of what you like to do and what you don't like to do.
That is so cool, because I'm thinking about the cardamom that you put in there, and I'm like, I cannot wait to actually taste it, because I don't recall having a dish with cardamom in it. I've always seen it on the cooking shows and TV shows, but I've never cooked with it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see.
It's really great. And
she's almost
done.
Ooh, she's almost there. Oh my gosh,
Almost
I'm so
done.
excited. So, cooking fearlessly. I love that. Okay. Yeah. And so, what's a dish that you have not made yet, but you want to make?
I really want to make squid ink pasta.
Did she say squid ink?
Squid ink pasta.
I think I've seen that made one time on a cooking show. Why do you want to cook squid ink pasta?
So I love pasta. I would describe myself as a carbaholic.
A carbaholic.
Love it. And I recently started cooking pasta, from scratch.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
Pasta from scratch?
Pasta from scratch.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a lot simpler than people make it out to. It's literally
So you have the machine that you
I handle it.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah,
girl, this is a cook right
muscles,
here. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah,
if you grab it off in a baseball to softball size and then roll it out till it's leather thin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
that'll be next time. We'll do that next time.
That would be a fun lesson. That would be fun.
We'll make some pasta.
So you want to do squid?
Squid ink. And squid ink basically is just it just turns the pasta black.
Yeah, but you gotta handle the squid.
No, you don't.
Okay, what do you do? How do you do it?
So you buy the squid ink.
Okay, so I have a picture in my head of her with the squid going.
Although I do love me some good calamari. Okay, so you do see here it is getting a little brown. So you do kind of want that colorization.
Okay.
Sorry, we're gonna go back to the food for a minute.
That's okay. We want it done. We want it done. Okay, so
squid ink.
Okay, so
you can buy it off of Amazon. You can buy it in a food store. Yeah. It's just it literally looks like that without the brown. It's just dark black.
Well, is it because of the color? I mean, does it make the pasta taste different? Or?
It does. So squid ink has a little bit of that seafood kind of flavor, salty and deep and rich. It's amazing.
Okay, I might not be able to ride with you with that.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
We might not have that on the show.
We'll make it. No, I think on the show I would do a really fun Italian red wine.
For us.
Red wine sauce.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're gonna call that done.
Okay.
And we're basically just gonna plate that on the kale.
Ooh.
And that's that. That's pretty much that.
And that's
we're
that.
Done.
Ooh.
Sprinkle a little bit of julienne basil on top of it because why not?
Ooh, that is pretty.
Basil action, and it's green on green on green.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah, because who needs extra color in their life?
Oh my gosh.
Me.
Okay, so I need my knife over there. I got a little knife over there.
Yeah, I can make that happen for you.
All right, once again.
Have fun.
Okay, we're gonna try this. People.
Let me know
we're gonna try this.
Is it done?
This is better be.
Is it done?
No, it's done.
Yay!
Yes. See.
Beautiful.
I think a lot of people make. I know I've done it. I make the mistake of cooking the meat too long.
Oh, see, I always err on the side of less done than more done.
Ooh.
Right?
That lemon. You didn't even use a lot of lemon in that kale.
Nope.
And that is like the first thing that popped in my mouth.
Dabble do ya. Well, it's because you're with the marinade. It's a soft marinade. It's a warm marinade. Wow. So you use that lemon to kind of give it a little bit of spark of something else.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a little acidity.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty good. I want to thank you.
Reaches your standards.
I got food in my mouth.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna get some after we're off camera.
Chef Lenie, thank you so much for being a guest on our show
for
today.
having me. It was fun.
This food is fabulous. You guys, I want you to try this dish. Just try it. It's a great date night dish. And I thank you so much for joining us today. And again, I want to thank Mama Michelle's Cafe for letting us use the space and have fun. And we're going to have the rest of this food along with our desserts from Maggie's Cupcake Cafe. Y'all, we have apple pie cupcakes with bourbon. Okay, anyways. Okay.
So we've pretty much got our old fashioned.
Yeah.
It's a deconstructed old fashioned today, guys.
Yeah, you go keep talking. I'm going to eat over here. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.